We are live here on a beautiful Tuesday evening. The sun is setting. It's about 8 o'clock and we are getting set for a clash between two dynasties in Minnesota Ultimate. On one end of the field, hailing from Edina, are the Lanterns in green, and hailing on the other side of the field from Hopkins.
And to start out the match, Hopkins will be pulling to Edina.
Well, we just heard that Hopkins will be pulling to Edina and starting on defense and talking with Coach Abramowski.
Looks to be Alex Condon with the pull for Hurt.
He told me to look out for Alex Condon from Hurt, who is one of their best athletes. Said that they're going to be pretty much coming with a straight man defense for the majority of the game. They're not really much into trickery, but more into outworking the opponent and forcing turnovers that way, which should be interesting given the athleticism of Edina's team. You might think that one might want to throw some more trickery and different looks, but good disciplined defense is not always a product of athleticism.
That's right, and here we go, Alex.
And we are underway.
With the ball, Pete Rock will pick up the disc.
Hopkins having a hard time figuring out their marks here, but it looks like they're finally all set.
Jack Rosenthal with the throw. Connor Smith barely hangs on, but he's got it.
Connor Smith with a nice recovery on the catch. Oh, and a massive layout.
Given that small sample size, if Edina has a hard time getting it off the sideline there.
Miscommunication on the throw, and it's Edina's disc once more.
It might be a tough time for them, especially if Hopkins continues to pressure the uplines. Let's see if they can do a better job utilizing the whole field.
That was Avi Bunt with the layout block for Hopkins.
Pete Rock to pick up, primary O-line handler. Gives it to AJ, who sends it on. I believe a pick was called, but we will find out. This goes back to Ronan Duffy. Matt Compline, also known as Weasley with the disc. Pete Rock, that's loose. And a little out of reach.
Pete Rock sends it deep, too far, and that's Hopkins' disc with a chance for a break.
Oh, it's tipped. And Smith has the disc. Gets it over to Matt Compline. Just out of the reach. Oh, a foul was called.
And the disc goes back. AJ Larson with the disc for Edina.
AJ Larson with a nice dish pass back to Pete Rock. Gets to their captain, Jack Rosenthal. Connor Smith with a nice swing back to AJ Larson. That compliment. The young Max Hammer now in upline. But a pick was called.
So far, the defense of Hopkins looks incredibly disciplined when it comes to stopping the uplines and making sure that if Edina is going to beat them, it's going to take a nice break of the mark, especially into a slight wind.
Max Hammer with the disc as play begins.
Edina knocking on the door. And Edina getting the first score of the game.
Pete Rock to Jack Rosenthal for the hold, and that's Edina 1-0.
We are live. Score being 1-0. Edina took a while, but they got their point as they lead 1-0. Pulled by Hopkins Rondesvet. Let's see what Hurt can do with this one.
Looks to be about a 3-3-1 zone that Edina's throwing right now. I talked with Coach Abramowski of Hopkins before the game, and he said that they had trouble with Edina's zone in an earlier matchup this season, and that it's all that they've practiced since. So let's see how they have prepared.
They say breaks lead to more breaks. Oh, Hopper getting high on that one.
Hawken Rondesvet with the goal of the catch block. Finds Josh Felton and Edina's on offense.
Hawken going deep to A.J. Larson.
And finds A.J. Larson for the break on the hook. Edina's up 2-0.
Hawken with the pull after that break. They're up 2-0 now. Hopkins nearly put one back, shredding through the zone, but Hawken, deep said, not today. Takes it back, they work it up the field. A.J. Larson gets up big for that score.
It looks like Hopkins is going to see the same zone that they saw last time from Edina. And they did a good job at breaking it and getting some initial movement going, but you did see an ill-advised throw, one that you don't necessarily expect to be apparent too often in a zone offense. Let's see if they can reel it back just a little bit.
Alex Condon has the disc. He is a future University of Minnesota Grey Duck player, as he will be joining them next season.
This is going to be a tough spot for Hopkins getting it off the line, as we see
It's a miscommunication, and it's a short field for Edina.
Ryan Rossman to pick up the disc. He's been through the Herzl Camp training program for Frisbee, along with many of these Hopkins players. Looks like a pick was called.
It also looks like Hopkins is calling him out of bounds. I don't necessarily see where a pick could have been called. It looked like they were in isolation, but I don't see everything.
Big swing around to Ryan Rossman. Looks up line. And that's Jack Rosenthal's second goal of the game.
And Ryan Rossman finds Jack Rosenthal. Another break for Edina, 3-0.
And we are live.
Nate Seymour with the pull for Edina.
Nate Seymour with the pull for Edina.
This looks to be, it's a man defense this time. Nate said before the game, Nate Wool, head coach of Edina, said that they do everything that they could to make sure that Hopkins doesn't see the same defense more than a few times in a row. Although if I was him, it would be hard to resist throwing that zone again, given its success. But we'll see it next half for sure.
Alex Condon staying chilly. Oh, right out of the hands. Avi Bunt.
And a turn from Hopkins. Haken Rondesvet to pick up for Edina.
Hawken Rondesvet will pick up the disc. Hawken finds captain Josh Felton. Former JV gold player turned varsity. And a deep look. Alex Condon trying to hype up his Hurt team.
And that's Alex Condon with the block in the air. Hopkins retakes the disc.
Great help defense there, as the original defender for the person cutting deep fell down in his tracks.
circus grab, but he hangs on. Ooh. A little bumper cars action. Bunt now with the disc. Back to Theo Lynch. Theo Lynch, attending the University of Kansas, puts up a hammer. Close, but no cigar. It's off his finger.
And a hammer look for Asher Khan. The sun might have gotten in the way there, and that's Edina disc.
Matt Johnson with the disc now. And he puts it a little high, giving Hopkins a chance to
Alex Condon cleans it up, and the assist
Condon to bunt.
to Avi Bunt, and Hopkins is on the board.
Alex Condon with the pole, the score 3-1. Edina with 3, Hopkins with 1. Edina will pick up the disc. That is Pete Rock. Finding a wide open AJ, but a missed communication.
And a turn on a short field throw. Alex Condon picking up, looking for Avi Bunt, who reels it in.
Score! And just like that,
and there's a break right back for Hopkins.
Just like that, another break for Hopkins, and game is definitely not wide open anymore. 3-2, Edina leads. Hopkins, though, not giving up by
Alex Condon with the pull.
Alex Condon, fun fact, got a tryout for the USA Worlds team, and just like that, Edina turns it.
Evan Siegler sending it, and just a little bit too far for that break opportunity. Edina gets a chance to recover.
Ironically, in the last 2 points, I've seen Hopkins come down in a little bit of a broken defense. They've had trouble figuring out their marks, but Edina's just given them the disc on the first throw each of the last 2 points.
Jack Rosenthal catching a very contested disc, but he got it. Gives it to his brother, it looks like Eddie Rosenthal. Tommy Bunt. Oh.
Tommy Bunt with the block and a quick turn. Edina's disc once more. Sending it deep.
And what a D!
Looking for AJ Larson deep, but that's a Hopkins block.
That's an incredible amount of ground to make up in such a short period of time. It doesn't hurt to have the 7-foot wingspan like it looks like he has.
Alex Condon with the block, and now the disc for Hopkins.
Condon gets it over to Sam Jonas. Tommy Bunt with the disc. Hopkins trying to make it all even again and get right back to where they started.
Hopkins doing an excellent job of keeping the disc in the middle of the field while also keeping their momentum switching from one sideline to the other. In some facets, they call this the Plinko offense because it's always keeping the defense guessing.
Well, we'll see if the price is right on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for the tie here, and they're gonna get it.
Come on down.
And that's Evan Siegel to Jordan.
Last couple points, it looks like Edina's been seeing some ghosts out there. Obviously the product of very good, tight defense from Hopkins, but sometimes pressure is all that it takes. It doesn't actually take a defender getting his hand on the disc.
So the primary handler of Pete Rock pickup. He is tied for first with 56 thrown assists this season. And boy, that is a tongue twister. Pete Rock finds Hakan Rondesvet.
Looks like Hopkins is coming with a forced middle defense this time, trying to neutralize Edina's athleticism. This makes it really difficult to huck it.
And a rare drop by Will Brandt.
Dante Reminick finds Avi bunt. Hopkins looking for a break. Josh Felton finds the block. Edina's disc.
Pete Rock finds Hawken in the middle. Hopkins putting some pressure on the mark. Hawken has to send it deep. He's got
Smith putting it deep.
But Smith cannot quite come up with it.
Connor Smith with the first and second effort, but that's a turn. Hopkins disc.
Good box out from Smith, just couldn't quite haul it in on the looping disc.
Dante Reminick with the disc for Hopkins.
You can see Coach Asa Gottlieb of Hopkins pleading with his cutters downfield not to get too deep.
Ronan Duffy on the mark for Edina.
As you heard, Dante Reminick picks up.
Looks to be a set play just to get the disc off the sideline, and Hopkins executes properly as now they're all the way on the other side of the field.
Ooh, and the disc is put just a little out of reach. Off the fingertips, and
Hawk and Rondesvet picking up for Edina.
Tough break throw, just out of reach.
And Sam Jonas on the mark for Hopkins.
Hawken making that first team All-State this year in Minnesota definitely is showing why. With a unique little push pass there.
Well, if he can execute that throw consistently, this forced middle defense is going to be a little bit less effective.
So pick was called, the disc goes back. Hawken completes the first pass to Josh Felton. The disc put up by Hawken, finds. Oh, wait a second.
Rosenthal on the goal line.
Goal line, but he is not in. But there it is.
Finds Josh Felton for the easy look.
Captain to
and
captain.
Edina manages the hold.
Edina gets their hold. So Edina will pull this one, being up 4-3. We have about 68 minutes
Rondesvet with the pull.
hard cap. So plenty of time here left in this game.
That was probably about half a degree from keeping its edge and coming back in.
Alex Condon to grab the bricked disc for Hopkins.
Unfortunately for Edina, it looks like Hopkins is about to have a 30-yard field.
Well, you know the saying, even the best throwers sometimes shank them.
That is the saying. Is that is that Gandhi?
Might be.
Socrates.
Yep, that's it.
Socrates.
Looks like Connor Smith will be playing the mark on Alex Condon. Giving him the around swings. And a D, Ryan Rossman picks up and is going to go deep, looking for A.J. Larson.
Block and sending it.
And A.J. Larson.
A.J. Larson bringing it in.
Air Larson.
And there's a break for Edina.
That is a break for Edina as they will go up 5-3. So after that miraculous catch by AJ, he's now 5-3. Edina pulls and they send one out of bounds. Hopkins will get it in the middle.
If you want to drive your coaches insane, go ahead and keep throwing the pulls out of bounds. That's about 3 in a row for Edina, and I can guarantee you that Nate's not happy about it.
Condon with the disc.
Looks like Edina's throwing a very straight up, poachy defense. It's going to make it very tough to break through this initial wall.
Going to Condon.
Pressure on every throw.
short throws seem to be working here. The foul is called. Might be a travel, actually. We will find out.
Pivotal moment coming up right here out of the break. If Hopkins can keep it behind this first layer, it should be able to keep the disc advancing.
AJ Larson with the disc. He's got Evan Siegel now. Siegel having to go way back as they swing it all the way around. Looks like Reminick has it.
Whoa, that must have gone right under his hand.
Josh Felton. Oh, but a foul was called.
Just a friendly reminder that there are already 14 officials on the field, so we don't need anybody else in the crowd.
Now that one looked like a tricky call because it looked like Felton got there before the disc, but it also looked like he might have gone through his shoulder to get to the disc. From this angle, I can't tell whether he made the play cleanly. It looks like it's going to be contested and they'll send it back.
Condon will find Siegel.
Hopkins has had their toughest time in this zone trying to get it off of the sideline, but when they've done it most successfully, they've been content to lose yards and get him right back on the second throw.
Asher with the disc now, Asher Khan. They're playing a little give and go. Khan now has their short passes. We haven't seen really a pass more than 5 yards. And there it is, they work it in. That is number 42, Ben Cohen.
And that's Ben Cohen with the hold for Hopkins. 5-4, Edina on top.
So 5-4 now. Condon's gonna pull it. If they can get a break, they'll be back on serve. But Edina's trying to get one in and keep that break for themselves. Matt Compline.
In football, they call that the rub route. In Frisbee, that's illegal. That's called a pick.
Compline, oh, and a layout attempt by number 7, Matt Hansen. Close, but no cigar.
Hopkins applying the defensive pressure.
You heard the man. They're throwing bodies all over the place out here.
Avery Rustad with the disc.
Well, I bet he would have killed for a deep cut right there, but it just didn't happen. Ooh.
Condon going a little low at the knees. Obviously, definitely not intentional.
You have to commend cool heads there. A lot of people don't like getting dove into their knees, understandably.
Max Hammer with a mistake throw, putting it really low.
Excellent throw out to space.
Hopkins looking for the break, skying it.
Oh, what a grab!
Theo Lynch grabs it, and that's a break right on back. A nominee for the girls all-state teams. Be sure to gather down by the fence on the gate to the track as we get closer to half.
So there's the pull, and we are back on serve with 57 minutes left to go in this game for Hardcap.
The game's young, but Theo Lynch just came out with the play of the game so far. Let's see if somebody can top it. Talking with Lou Abramowski before the game started.
Pete Rock with the disc for Edina.
And before Pete Rock took the disc, Lou told me that Theo Lynch, who just made that catch.
Avi Bunt with the hand block right into the hands of Sam Jonas. Hopkins looking for another break.
Is the official swagger captain of the team. That's an official position. And I believe they have a traveling necklace to go along with that title.
Hawkins commanding his offense now as he takes the disc. Gets it to Jack Rosenthal.
That's a great throw.
Beautiful throw. Hopkins and Jack just playing catch up there.
Hawk and Rondesvet to Jack Rosenthal. Edina recovers for the hold.
Hopkins to pull. 65. The Lantern of Edina lead.
And that won't stay in bounds either.
And you can tell Nate is just not happy with these pulls.
Let's go, Edina!
Nate Will and Lou Abromowski.
Alex Condon with the disc to initiate play for Hopkins.
Coaches around the state of Minnesota. They've both been coaching these teams for quite some time.
Edina coming with the 3-3-1 zone again. Hopkins did a great time against it last time because they were okay losing yards and getting them back on the second throw after that. Let's see if they have that patience and maturity this time around. It can be difficult.
Cannot see who has the disc. It looks like it is now Ethan Cadet with it on this side. Ben Cohen. Tommy to Condon on the far sideline. Condon was looking for the swing, but finds the reset throw. Edina really applying pressure here.
Exactly. You can see just how much work it's taken Hopkins to, I believe they're 10 yards behind where they even started, which makes those pulls all that much more important. If you're giving them short fields, you're cheating yourself out of a lot more work for the other team to have to do. Whoa.
There it is. Maybe break through that cup. And what a catch! Jordan Passman finding his handler now. Going full field, but AJ, or
Alex Condon with a possession saving grab.
You heard it. That for sure was possession saving. That looked to be a little high.
Every catch is possession saving. That was a nice catch though.
Evan Siegel looking upfield now. Finds number 42, Ben Cohen. Condon has it at the far sideline. Simple reset throw. A few yards back to Condon.
I'm not sure if there's a stoppage right now. There sure is.
Edina pushing them back, but the Blues staying on their hands. They're not one to turn the disc. Hopkins will not give up possession here as they're working these really short throws, taking their time. Patience is key. Rossman getting a fingertip on it, but not quite enough to beat it out of the hands of Condon.
Ryan Rossman for Edina keeping it interesting, but Hopkins continues in the zone offense.
At this point, no matter how the outcome of this point is, I would say that Nate Wohl is happy with this defensive performance from his Edina team. A lot of times the goal is to make them throw a certain number of passes. A lot of times the goal is to get your hand on one pass, whether it's completed or not. And then both of those have been the case.
And an impatient hammer into Hawk and Rondesvet, and that's an Edina disc.
Rossman with it now.
And that's exactly why you coach these kids to be disciplined so much. If you do 95 throws perfectly and turn over the 96th one.
Laser hook kept alive by Edina.
AJ Larson finds Hawken. Middle of the field to Josh Felton. Oh, went for it. Osman swinging it at Calvin Cruz. Cruising up to get that one. And Cruz finds Larson. Bingo.
And that's Calvin Cruz with the assist to.
So after that long point, Edina comes away victorious there. That is a break to put them up 7-5 in the 48th minute. Or 48 minutes to go, I should say. Condon will pick up for Hopkins, giving it to Lynch.
And look what defense we have here from Edina. Surprised anyone?
Like we've seen this before. Sticking true to their defenses. Their zones.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh, and what a grab. With number 42, Ben Cohen.
Ben Cohen with a nice grab to keep the possession alive. Alex Condon with the disc.
When he's not catching the frisbees, he's captaining the quiz bowls. Lynch now with the disc. Oh, contested one, but
tight window there, but great throw.
Sam Jonas with the disc. He's looking for someone. He's got number 42, Mr. Cohen. And now back to Lynch. Across to Siegel. Oh, and a 2-on-1. Edina going back and saying,
Looking for Sam Jonas in the end zone. The pressure from Edina just a bit too much, and that's Edina disc. Looking to take half.
Hopkins swinging the disc to Josh Felton. He finds Jack Rosenthal, and the captains really doing their part here.
Surprised Rosenthal didn't even look upfield. Content with his dump, he missed out on a good opportunity from a deep cutter. I think you should at least look downfield every time you catch the disc, especially knowing the capable thrower that Rosenthal is.
Looks like a pick was called, so this goes back to Matt Johnson. Johnson cannot hit Hopkins. A turn, AJ now. Oh, and a collision. That is a D.
And that's Brett Olson with the block on Avi Bunks. Edina disc once more.
Back and throw it to the easiest throw and do less work over the long haul. But that's a mistake that every Frisbee player has made in his or her lifetime.
Josh Felton now catching a difficult disc on that sideline. Jack Rosenthal now with the disc. And there's Captain going deep. Oh, and AJ Condon saying not today.
Alex Condon with the block and sending it
Deep. Not a wise decision there.
right back to Ron Nisvet. Just playing catch out there.
You see Hopkins make the same mistake twice. And this time it looks like it might come back to bite him.
Rosenthal nearly puts it deep.
And Brett Olson with the bookends. That's half for Edina. 8-5, Edina lead.
And we're back after halftime. 8-5, Hopkins now starting, receiving the disc. As it is on the far sideline. has now cooled off. Now the sun's down, the lights are out, and this is what every kid dreams of. Playing in the state championship game under the lights. Two Lake Conference powerhouses coming all the way out to St. Paul. Come play under the lights here at Harding High School. Harding doesn't have a team yet, but with how Minnesota Ultimate's been going and growing, you can expect to see one shortly. Condon now playing some short passing. And there it is, when in doubt, hammer out as they cut through that cup. And march up the field now.
Looks like Edina's playing a pretty similar zone to what we were seeing first half, and again Hopkins is patiently working it up the field, and let's see if they can get it in the end zone this time. Easy. Excellent work, Hopkins. They had good patience there.
And that's Asher Khan to Tommy Bunt for the easy hold out of half, 8-6.
There's the pull from Alex Condon. Hopkins showing, hey, we're still in this as they come out hot after half. Shredding the Edina zone for the goal, but now Edina trying to answer back. A.J. Larson puts up a deep one, and it is denied. Number 7, Matt Hansen.
A.J. Larson sending it deep, but it's a turn. Hopkins with a chance to break. Alex Condon with the disc sending it up. Avi Bunt is a giant.
Avi Bunt, in other words, Shaquille O'Neal, going up for that one and getting the second one for the break. Avi Bunt with the goal.
Sam Jonas to Avi Bunt, and that's a break. 8-7.
And you can hear the Hopkins faithfuls after getting a break out of half as they are getting loud. Nate Will on the sidelines trying to pump up his Edina guys. Now the Edina faithfuls on their feet, and this has turned into a really quite the battle. Pete Rock and Hawken Rondesfed just playing a little catch.
Excellent person defense from Hopkins on that handler reset.
AJ going deep. Josh Felton.
And that's A.J. Larson finding Josh Felton for the long hold. 9:79 on top.
All right, Edina with the pull. Now up 9-7 on Hopkins with 26 minutes left.
No throw. Able to get it. For Dante Remnick with the disc.
Nice break throw from Hopkins.
And he puts it deep. And Lynch with the, he could not hang on.
It looks like he might have been out of bounds as well.
Rondesbeck streaking deep. And it's getting exciting out here.
We're playing long ball.
Sam Jonas with the block and now looking to the end zone.
Sam Jonas getting way up there over Matt Johnson.
Looks like there was a call in the field. Not totally sure what it was. tough because the coaches are not supposed to help in this situation besides give out rules, so the players really have to figure it out amongst themselves.
As you can see, Nate, Will, and Lou discussing on the sidelines what they saw. But we up here in the bleachers, not quite sure exactly what.
And we're back at it. Hopkins with the hold.
Excuse me, that is number 42, Ben Cohen. So 9-8, 22 minutes left to go here, and this is going to be a barn burner. No one wanting to give up. Condon putting it really high in the air. What a pull. Pete Rock staying very chilly as he will pick up the disc.
Pete Rock finds Jack Rosenthal. Ronda's vet in the middle.
Hawkin with the disc now. To Rosenthal. Looks like Hopkins. No zone needed. They just want to go man on man.
Ronda's vet sending it deep.
Ronda's vet.
And a defensive stand by Hopkins gives them the disc. Ethan Cadet with the block for Hopkins.
Good defense from Hopkins, especially with that extra Edina player streaking deep who seemed to have lost his defender.
And that'll be Alex Condon with the disc for Hopkins in a minute.
Alex Condon taking his time. He knows how to conserve energy. He plays every point. So he's got to make sure he doesn't run out of gas too early.
So it looks like Edina is going mostly person defense here with one poach in the lane. That poach player seems to have found a spot to help Hopkins out.
Theo with the disc right now. Oh, a little slippage by Avi Bunt, but he seems to be okay. Alex Condon and AJ Larson really trying hard for their respective teams as they are going man on each other, and they are really grinding out there. Cadet with the disc, finds Lynch as they're knocking on the door trying to get back on serve.
Good patience from the Hopkins offense.
And a high stall throw near the goal line gives it back to Edina.
Looks like
Ronda's met with the disc.
Not necessarily have been for him.
And a high release forehand right back to Hopkins red zone.
Ronda's fed, making a error there, and I'm sure he would love to have that disc back. Put up right on the goal line is Sam Jonas with the disc, finds Condon. Condon with a beautiful throw, and we are back on serve as Hurt now scores.
And that's Alex Condon to Ethan Cadet. We are tied up at 9.
Lynch with the pull from Hopkins. The clock is now at about 17 minutes, and we are all knotted up back on serve, 9-9.
Ryan Rossman with the disc. Finds Josh Felton.
Josh Felton. In this game, the intensity has really picked up now. Felton looking, and that is a deep.
And Ben Cohen smacks it with authority. Hopkins disc. Evan Siegel picking up for Hopkins.
Siegel looking for that swing. Finds Lynch in the middle.
Slide catch.
They find Tommy Bunt. 2017 Lake Conference Rookie of the Year. Hopkins wanting to get the first break for them.
Number 2 on Edina, Eddie Rosenthal, is really looking for that D. You can tell he wants it.
And Ryan Rossman says, "Not today," with a hand block.
Ryan Rossman with the foot block.
Oh, foot block.
Edina disc.
Excuse me, I said hand block.
Edina looking deep.
Matt Conklin going way deep. And they score!
Excellent one-handed grab.
And Jack Rosenthal reels it in. 10-9 Edina. That's a hold.
So after a beautiful foot block by Rossman, they're able to capitalize on offense. Matt Pompilian, otherwise known as
And that will be Alex Condon picking the disc up for Hopkins.
Now 10-9 to 13.
A reminder as we near the end of regulation, this is a hard-capped game, meaning that as time expires, the team that is ahead at the end of the point will be the winner. If the team is tied, they will play one more.
Edina with another out-of-bounds pull.
Condon will pick up and start in the middle.
Looks like Edina's back in that zone with the 3-3-1 with the front wall, Pochi in the open lanes, forcing the handlers to swing quite a bit.
Trying to trap him on that sideline.
And a turnover from Hopkins gives Edina a chance at the go-ahead break.
Ooh, and that's how you break a mark, all the way to the sideline. Johnson to Larson. Larson finding Hawken in the middle of the field.
Rondesvet with the disc, sending it.
Ooh, and A.J. Larson trying to make a beautiful...
A.J. Larson with the layout attempt, but a little too far. Hopkins disc.
Hopkins will take over, staying patient. Plenty of time for both these teams.
Edina really pulling all their defense into this corner, trapping Hopkins and making it really tough for them to send the disc out.
And defensive stop. I think that was Jack Rosenthal. Maybe
Brett Olson knocks it down, and Edina is in the red zone.
Must forgot my contacts at home.
Edina calls a timeout.
Timeout called, Edina. Hawken Rondesvet with the disc. Alex Condon on the mark.
Hawken with the hammer. Can't quite get up for it. A.J. Larson trying to be a hero there to snag that one. Little out of reach.
A.J. Larson looking for that hammer fade. Too far, and that's a Hopkins disc.
Interesting if that's what the coaches wanted them to do when they called that timeout.
Nate Bull always has a few tricks up his sleeve, but I don't know if that was one of them.
But Hopkins is again in the corner.
Hopkins looking to stretch the field, but a little too far, and Rondesvet once more picks up the disc.
Rondesvet sends it around to Josh Felton. Felton to Rondesvet. Streaking number 38, that is Brett. Brett Olson puts it deep. It's up, and it is down. But it looks like a foul may have been called.
Call on the play.
This is one of the toughest calls in Ultimate, is knowing where you have your space and where your defender has their space, especially going up for a jump ball like that. looks to me like the Hopkins player was already in the space and should have been able to go up for the disc like that, and the Edina player moved into his space, but it's hard to tell from up here as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call either. I think you may be right on this one, but as you said, we are not.
And we will be restarting just prior to the throw.
So it looks like it was contested, so the disc goes back to the initial throw by Brett Olson.
8 minutes remaining.
Let's see if Edina can cash it in. Or if Hopkins will deny him. Matt Johnson with the disc. And the disc gets denied.
Foul call from the Edina player, it seems like. Hopkins isn't really happy.
Just a friendly reminder, there are 14 officials on the field already.
Getting to that point in the game where both teams are pretty fired up. It's a close score. These conversations are probably going to get a little more heated.
So the clock keeps ticking, but we are not really sure what's going on. Looks like Matt Johnson's going to take the disc. Hopkins now with the disc. Trying to find a swing, it looked like, but he does find AJ a little bit downfield. Jack Rosenthal now.
Hopkins sticking with that tough person D, but Edina gets the score.
And Josh Felton rolls it in for Edina. 11-9, Edina on top.
And the disc is up. And it goes out of bounds as they bring the disc up to where it initially crossed the out of bounds line.
Alex Condon is really looking to get this point moving. Not too much time left on the clock. Roughly 5 minutes. Hopkins down by 2.
Condon sending number 2. Jonas now.
And a quick score for Hopkins, 11-10.
One back, sitting in that deep space for the easy catch.
And we are going again with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Edina up 11-10. It is their frisbee. Pete Rock to pick up, and let me tell you, folks, this is truly what people love to see. These close games, very intense. 2 top teams in the state. Looks like Ronan, number 39, comes down with it. Rossman now.
That was Ronan Duffy to save possession. And Pete Rock doing so again.
Matt Kumplin with the disc.
Looks like an offensive foul call from the Hopkins player.
But maybe it didn't affect play because it is going back. Looks like AJ Larson now at the disc. Oh, what a catch by Ronan Duffy. Nearly turns it.
That's Ronan Duffy saving possession again.
That disc was vertical.
Kumplin with the disc. Looks for the swing.
Another timeout called by by Edina.
But, and that is Edina's second timeout of the half.
So with just 22 seconds left, if Edina can put this in, it is all but over. Otherwise, we will live to see another day. If Hopkins can score, we'll play a universe point.
Pete Rock with the disc, long stall.
And it's taken away by Hopkins. They are not.
That's Ben Cohn with the run-through catch block.
And we are officially at
If
the
Hopkins
gap.
scores, we will have one more point. If Edina scores, the game is over.
And a deep throw.
Alex Condon on the goal line with the hammer.
And they score, and we are going to universe.
Tommy Bunt with the grab. And we are headed to one final point. Next point wins.
That's fine. Love you, Pete. We can't get any closer than this. The infamous universe point. Number 1 in the state, Edina. Number 2 in the state, Hopkins. This is it. For all the glory, one team will walk with their heads up, and one team sadly won't be walking home with the trophy. Kind of.
It's honestly great though. It's good to see a dynasty team like Edina being challenged like this, and it's good to see a championship game that isn't a wash.
And here we go, the faithfuls from both teams now on their feet. The fans getting really into it. Some Frisbee players just excited to see two great competitive teams from Minnesota.
Would definitely be me right now.
There's the pull.
And the pull is up. The last point of the 2018 season is underway.
Excellent pull right on the
Rondisat with the
sideline.
disc.
Hawkin now with the
Alex Condon on the mark.
sideline.
Hopkins
Centers to Josh Belton.
with their person
Ben
defense.
Cohen on the mark.
Yeah, they've gone with the person defense all the time. So they'll stick with it.
And that is Alex Condon picking up. And he finds Hopkins.
And Hopkins wins to take down number 1 in the state, Edina. Congratulations, Hopkins and Edina. Great work.
And your 2018 Open Division State Champions, Hopkins.